Because of that, they are not able to restore that differential backup. To avoid that, even though if there are any ad hoc backups performed, you need to make sure that your regular backup should not break. So for that, whatever the ad hoc backup that we are taking, we can go for copy only backup. It will not disturb regular differential based LSS. So even though after taking the copy only ad hoc backup, if you issue a differential backup command, it will take changes from last regular scheduled full backup to till now. It will take a backup of all those changes from Sunday full backup to till now, irrespective of whatever the ad hoc backup that you have taken.
Okay. And what about the log backup? You said you have log backup to 1 hour.
Yeah. Log backup is a kind of it takes backup of all the transactions available in the log.
No, will this impact the log backup as well? That's what my question is.
Okay.
The full backup. You said I don't take an, I'm taking an ad hoc full backup.
It will not have any impact on log backup.
Okay. So that you mean, so even though when you get an error that you're not able to restore the differential backup,
yeah.
On top of that, I can use all my log backups and bring the database to point in time?
Yes, we can. So not.
See, I'm taking the same example that you said.
Yeah. We can. Yeah.
Have you tried this?
No. I think
it
should work.
Yeah.
Sunday full backup and I'll try this log backup. So definitely it will not work for differential. I'll try for log backup. I'll check it out.
Okay. So what is your feeling? Will it work for log backup? Will it not work?
I think it should work. Because whatever the full backup. So anyway, as we have log backup, full backup doesn't truncate any log file. So the log backup will still have the regular LSN chain. So with that concept, I think that it should work. But putting the copy only, will there be any impact? That I'm not sure on the log backup. But in general, so if you have a two full backups, one on Sunday and one on Wednesday, without that Wednesday full backup, you can restore Sunday full backup and all the log backups from there you can restore one by one. It will work.
Okay. So now tell me, like you said, you have to work with log shipping.
Yes.
Now, what exactly is the purpose of log shipping? Like, is it for high availability or use as a DR? How does it work?
It's for DR.
It's for DR.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like a warm standby, because it can at the secondary cannot be like as these are in sync with the primary. So depending on our job, schedule, there may be latency from your primary. So about 30 minutes or 30 minutes behind from primary. Yeah.
Okay. So now when you say warm standby, like you mean you'll be able to query the database, right?
Yeah, we can have it in the standby mode and we can query the database and read only.
Okay, so in that case, what happens to the kind of uncommitted transactions?
So uncommitted transactions will be moved to the top file. So if the transaction undo file, it will be created when we have log shipping secondary database in standby mode. So it will store all uncommitted transactions whenever the transaction is successfully committed, and the top file will be automatically cleared out because data will be synced in both the sides. Yeah.
No, okay, you mean to say that so the logs will be applied, but I'm not able to see the uncommitted transaction. Is it so? The logs will be applied in the secondary, but I'll not be able to see the uncommitted transaction. Is it?
Uncommitted transactions in the sense, say for example, I have a transaction as in progress at primary, and by the time the transaction is completed, so I have a multiple transaction log backup performed as part of log shipping. So between whatever those uncommitted transactions will be stored in the top file, and we can see that data in secondary database. If something goes wrong with the transaction at primary end, then with reference by taking reference of top file, those transactions will be rolled back in the secondary database also to maintain consistency on the two partners.
Okay. So you have you worked in mirroring as well?
Yes.
Mirroring and replication both?
Yeah. Transaction replication in replication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any issues that you face in terms of replication? Like any major issues that you face and then?
Yeah, in replication, mostly most common things are like, as I mentioned, we have a transaction replication. We get this primary key violations and do not found errors because the subscribers are at subscriber side also people will be accessing those tables and transactions will be running. So by the time I'm inserting some record at primary at publisher side, by the time that command is replicated to second subscriber, if someone else have been inserted the same record as subscriber, so we get primary key violation issues. So we need to identify the target table where that issue, where that error is arised, and we can get into that table and we can remove that duplicate record. Or else, whatever the record that you are updating, if the same record is not available at the target table in the subscriber, so there we get do not found error. So in that case, we need to identify that target object and we need to insert the corresponding record so that we go and then the replication will start working fine.
Okay. 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 So let's say you get a case where the application team comes and tells you that the server performance is very bad. Your CPU is spiking, your memory is spiking, and the usage is spiking, and they feel that it's slowness.
Yeah.
How would you approach this?
Yeah, definitely we start looking at what exactly running at that point of time in the system. And we see are there any blockings occurring. So we run SQL underscore who or SQL underscore who to at this.dm underscore v6 request get logging underscore session underscore ID not equal to 0. With this we come to know if there are any blockings occurring in the system at that point of time. So when you see any blockings are occurring, so by taking that speed and we can give it to the DBC input buffer or we can give it to the sys processes. So with that, we get to know more granular information like what process is running, what code behind that it is running, and who is the owner and from which host it is being executed. So once we get to know all these details, we can go ahead and talk to concerned application team and we can fill the transaction. And also another thing is we do so whenever we get such requests and we enable trace flags and we do see are there any deadlocks are occurring, we enable 1222 and 1204 and we trace appropriate message to error log. As still if we don't get anything and we enable we get so whatever the long running query that identifies in the production, we get that to the dev environment, we run the profiler and we do see what piece of code is uh, uh, taking more time and taking more reads, giving more reads or consuming more CPU. And depending on that, if required, whatever the trace output that we get from profiler, we give it to the DTA and we try to see what recommendations comes out of DTA. If there are any indexes that needs to be designed, we go ahead and implement those required indexes in the dev environment. And once we see appropriate performance improvements, then we move those indexes to production. So apart from that, if it is nothing to do with the indexes or anything at server level, it's a pure code base, then we work with our developers. In some cases, what happens, developers write their giants like join, unjoin, like they continuously write joins in 20 different tables in a single join. So if we find any such things, we recommend them to break it into the small pieces and put the results into temporary table and write one common join in the end and design whatever the required indexes on that temporary table, one common temporary table, and that's how we give all our recommendations in case if they are using any success. We recommend them not to go with the cursors and use tables and values. So we give our recommendations and we work together to make that stored procedure is optimized.
Okay, see, first thing, like you said, you look for blocking.
Right.
Assume there are no blocks.
Okay.
Right. Then what will you do?
So then we do check a fragmentation. So fragmentation, if there are
Fragmentation of how would you identify the tables to check for fragment? I mean, you check for the whole database, entire database.
no, we so whatever the first we identify the query. So whatever the long running transaction. So when you run DBC to open run, we get to know what transaction is running, and we identify the source procedure or code behind that scene, and from that code we can come to know what are the tables